Buenos dias. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Ken at 10. Welcome to September. Pinch, punch, first day of the month and all that. Well, the children are back at school. How are you today? If your children are going back to school, I hope you're not too anxious about it. I know there's talk about fines if you're keeping your children off. I think personally that's a little over the top. It's a little harsh. It's such a difficult time, isn't it, in terms of that decision? Personally, I think if I had children of school age, I would send them. But I do think it's a very personal decision, and you might be particularly frightened if you yourself are quite vulnerable. So not sure it's the right decision to start threatening fines all over the place, but there we are. So good luck to you if your children are back at school. I'm sure on the other side of it, quite nice to get some normality back. I'd certainly like the kids to get away after having them for so long. It must be nice to just think, an element of normality. Certainly the roads are busier. If you've never been here, by the way, this is Ken at 10. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. We broadcast live every day with James Alexander Estate Agents based in Southwest London, Southwest 16 to be precise. And today it is a really beautiful autumnal day. It's kind of sunny, a little bit chilly. Summer's definitely gone, hasn't it? What do you do? It is what it is. But it's quite beautiful out there. It's quite nice blue sky, a little bit of chill around. In terms of the market, really busy over the weekend. What's quite interesting to me is I'm getting calls from lots of people that are currently on the market and not having success. So it just goes to show that as much as the market's busy, it's not fly away. If you don't get your marketing right, then you can struggle to sell. You know, many times I look at instructions before going to see them and think, why hasn't this one sold? And there can be a variety of reasons. You know, sometimes it's glaringly obvious from a picture or a description or a price range, or falling between price ranges where you're not hitting the right sweet spot where people will look. And I think too often people are fixated on the actual price that they're quoting when actually they'd be better off looking at a range. So looking and saying, right, okay, let's go offers over a certain price, for instance, rather than a fixed price. The difficulty being that with Rightmove and Zoopla, the ranges are actually fixed, so that if you're on at 700 and you decide to go on at let's say 750, and you're really worth about 720, that's so in between the price ranges that you will appear very low down the search rankings. In other words, when you look the price in price order, you'll actually be on page 7 or 8 of a search, which isn't good. You want to be on page 1. So how do you get to page 1 from that? Well, you look at a zero pricing structure. You ask over 700, so you're getting maximum audience, and then you expect over 700. Nothing wrong with that. If you're worth over 700, you will achieve it. In fact, we've just had that very experience ourselves, and it's gone 35,000 over that price. So it just goes to show, price is a fixed thing. It's not necessarily the thing you should be looking at. You should be looking at marketing strategy, and getting the marketing right is the key to selling. And that goes down to presentation, how it's released into the market, strong video, fantastic photographs. All these things have to come together and diverge perfectly to get the perfect marketing plan. And quite often people are not doing it. So often we see out there now, they've gone for the cheap option and then they're paying for it. So, you get what you pay for. And in terms of other things, Rightmove reporting a 4.6% surge in asking prices. And again, you may well find that some of that is born on false optimism, in that they're asking just a little bit too much and then they struggle. Certainly, we're finding lots of people in that vein, so to speak. Landlords as well. Lots of landlords looking to sell at the moment. We're finding that many of them are frustrated by the fact they've now got to give extra notice to their tenants. So that's an interesting trend. And of course, the EWS1 scandal, I think we're just literally scraping the surface of that right now. I think many more flat buyers and sellers will be trapped in that one. And the government really does need to legislate, as we spoke about before. Apart from that, it's nice to be back to semi-normal. Did you eat out to help out? We did. And it's over now, isn't it? I wonder whether they'll extend it. I hope so, for all the restaurants that have benefited. I think it's been a great thing. Same as the stamp duty relief, really. And I hope that's extended too. But there has to come an end to the pot of money, doesn't there? And at some point, we're all going to get taxed a little bit more. That's inevitable, isn't it? But I hope you're well. I hope you have a good day today. Some elements of normality if you are mum or dad with the children back off to school for the first time. So I wish you well with that too. We're here if you need advice on your marketing strategy, even if you're not in our area. We love talking property. So many times now I get calls from people from the YouTube videos, from Facebook, just saying, can you just help me with this? Would it be all right if we did that? Do you think this is the right thing? I just love chatting about it. So if you've got any queries at all, you're always welcome to call us, drop us a line, direct message us. We'll always help if we can, because that's what we're about. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll be back 10 o'clock tomorrow morning with another Ken at 10. Take care.